falls over. What an entrance to the stream. Welcome back to another YouTube stream. I've got a gig announcement for you today. One that I should have announced ages ago, but I've just been so busy doing other things. And obviously Christmas, New Year, all of that kind of stuff that I just didn't get round to announcing it. And even the one that I just recently announced, even that was a little bit late on my behalf. So I've got, like I say, gig announcement for you, and I've got a couple of other little gig updates as well. Some little teasers, some little dates for you. Some of them I can't confirm the actual like events itself, and I'll make separate streams on them. So anyway, on with the main reason of this stream and the gig announcement. So on the 24th of March 2023, you can catch me in Cleethorpes playing an event called Mathematics. And Mathematics is an event put together by the owner of the nightclub Fusion in Cleethorpes. So if you're unfamiliar to Fusion in Cleethorpes and my connection to Fusion in Cleethorpes, you'll remember a little while ago, sort of towards the back end of last year, I did a gig there MCing. I got asked at a last minute to go to that venue and MC when an event didn't have an MC, and I essentially actually went there in a taxi so I could do the gig, and I got sorted out for it, and it was all fine and good and sweet. And then in December, I was going to an event there with the Layman called Reflection, and cut the story short, a DJ or DJs, I think that there may be a group or like a duo. They were supposed to be playing, and they essentially couldn't play. They dropped out, and for whatever reason, so I got asked to look at, step in. I was coming to the event anyway, so yeah, I'll step in and do a set for you. And that was kind of like my connection to Fusion. So the owner of Fusion, it's his birthday in March, and no other better way for him to celebrate his birthday in March than to put an event on at the nightclub that he runs, and to have DJs playing music to celebrate his birthday all night. So there's me, there's a great lineup of DJs, including Orlando, Gareth Davis, mainly, like local DJs, no like headliners for this one, just like a little bit of a local business thing. But I'm still looking forward to it. I'm going to be playing a bounce set, and I'm going to be going probably like extra cheesy for his birthday, all the feel-good sing-along tunes, and I might even find a donk remix of Happy Birthday itself. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a shed load of fun, and I cannot wait to go there and spin up, really. I'm not a smoker. It's not skin up. I'm a DJ. It's spin up. No, I can't wait to go and spin some tunes, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzed for it, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So that's at Fusion in Cleethorpes on the 24th of March, which is absolutely fan-dabby-dee-dee-dee-dee-dozy. Fan-dabby-dozy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What can I say? So next up is an event that I can't announce at the moment because it's not been announced yet. But I only literally got asked about doing this event probably about 2.5 hours ago. And when I got asked, it was like something that I had to say. Like there's certain things, and there's like certain things that you can't say no to, and this was like one of them things where you can't say no to it. I was so honoured to be asked as well. And the person who booked me is a legend in himself. And the fact that like I ain't gonna go into too much detail because I'll do it when I actually announce the gig. But the fact that he's a legend in himself and his words to me through the messages and the whole reason, like, because I'm not being funny. Like there's loads of people like up and about on Facebook. There's loads of DJs. There's loads of MCs that are all doing like a similar thing. We're all live streaming. We're all dabbling into production, and we're all trying to jump on lineups and get bookings, and we're all trying to push our music and get somewhere. So from a if I sort of jump into their point of view, I could book anybody. There's loads of people I could book. There's loads of people I can ask. Because DJs, MCs, there's so many up and comers, so many people that are hungry. They've got the fire in their belly. So the fact that I was asked was an honour. He sat there and thought, what, I'll ask that noble. So that was obviously a buzz in itself, and this guy's a legend in himself. So it was one of them where I could not say no to it, and that is on the 25th of March. So that is the day after our gig in Cleethorpes, and it's going to be in Sheffield. So I'll be at Cleethorpes on the Friday, Sheffield on the Saturday. And it's going to be a really good weekend because it's all I'm going to say is it's one of those where you get to do your two passions. So all I'm going to reveal to you is it's an MC booking. So on the Friday I'll be DJing, on the Saturday I'll be MCing. You can't ask for a better weekend. Really, honestly, absolutely fantastic. So then next up we jump into May. So there's a booking in May, and I can't completely remember the date. It's I think it's either the 12th or the 13th of May, and it's in Cleethorpes again at the same venue, and it's another person's birthday, and we're celebrating birthdays again, and I've got a nice little B2B bounce set for this one, and I'm quite looking forward to it because although I'm not like a big mega fan of like going back to back with people like on the decks and things, it's one of those where I do kind of like it at the same time because you get that chance to dabble into someone else's playlist and see what they're going to play. They get to see what you're going to play. I could be B2B with someone and they drop an absolute banger that you essentially haven't got in your playlist, and something that you might just fall in love with. So it's a really good chance in some sense to discover like new songs. It's a really good chance just to discover someone else's talent as well. And you never know, things happen for a reason. Things could go good, things could go bad. You could end up doing like just an absolutely solid B2B to the point where you think, what, we need to do more B2Bs, F it, let's duo. I mean, I'm not, at this moment in time, I'm not particularly looking to become a duo. I do like riding solo, but you never know what happens in the future. Things can happen. You can, end up going on a different path to the path that you thought you was going to be going on. And sometimes, like I say, things happen for a reason, and it can be good things. You might right now, I might think that I might not want to go duo with someone. But then good things might happen that could change the mind, and the duo could work. So you never know. But there's a nice little B2B that I'm looking forward to doing, and it'll be a nice little event. Be really good. Then the following day, so another gig the day after, which again is either the 13th or the 14th. It's the day after the one in Cleethorpes, and it's nothing special to go ranting and raving about that. I can tell you everything about it because it's not nothing really important. It's just a private wedding. I got asked. So if you remember last year, I did a few like private functions, like birthday parties. I did a hen night. Did a kid's birthday, and essentially a friend of one of them parties I did was getting married, and they'd been at one of these other parties last year where I DJ'd, and obviously the people that had booked me recommended me, and I got asked last year, would I do their wedding this year? And I don't really do these type of bookings really anymore because my equipment's dodgy, and I'm sort of waiting to upgrade. And I don't want to be at one of these like parties and and a mixer goes bust, or something blows up, or I get an electric shock from something. And my mixer is not completely up to scratch. Hence why I got the new one, which actually blew on me. So I wasn't really too keen on taking them to private bookings because like I said, the like the channel faders, they're going a bit dodgy in them. They're just not really for me, and I don't want to take them somewhere in a lot of sense, and have that situation where you fork out, you take your gear somewhere, and then boom, something happens, and then boom, they're like, well, we don't want to pay you, we want our money back. You've promised us a gig and you've not been able to deliver that gig. So I tend not to really do them, but like I'll do the odd one, but I don't want to do them like all the time and be like constantly hammering the mixer, because I hammer it at home. As much as I take it steady, when I say hammering it, I mean like I use it a lot, I turn it on and off a lot. I'm essentially, apart from today, I mean most days I am using it on a daily basis. So I try to keep it steady, but it's a private wedding. It's I said I'd do it, so I'm gonna do it. Obviously, I don't like letting people down unless I absolutely have to. And I did let someone down for a private party last year, and I had some things going on at home, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to attend, and I didn't want to let someone down, like literally like on the day or like the day before. So I thought, I just, there's a chance I might be able to do this gig, but there's a chance I might not. And at the time, I just thought, if I don't say out and then I'm not able to do it, I'm gonna look even worse, because I'm turning them, down on the day of the gig. At least this way, they did have a for 4 or 5 days to find someone else. But I hate doing it, and I wasn't in the good books for doing it. I was actually threatened to be slated over Facebook DJ pages, and I really did not want that to happen. So I was trying so desperately hard to make the peace, like, oh, I'll find you another DJ, and I tried hunting and hunting, and then they did get someone else, but they weren't happy, and they most definitely would probably never book me again, which is another reason why I don't necessarily always like doing these private bookings. I enjoy them in some sense, because you get to play a little bit of a mixture of different music, and also at the same time the money's quite good. You can do one of them little things, play tunes for a few hours, and you can pocket a fair amount of money for doing them, but it's just all that hassle, whereas you get booked at an event, you might not get as much money from them all, or promoters aren't always that keen to pay you, but you get to sit there and you're just planning one little set, and you do your set and you're done, and you're not having all of these people coming up to you like, oh, can you play this, and we don't want this song on, we want something different. When you're at a rave event, you play what you've been, you're booked to play bounce, you play bounce. You don't have someone saying, can you put a bit of ABBA on? Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of a 50-50 for me. I don't like doing them in some sense, but I do like doing them. So I'm looking forward to the wedding, because it'll be somewhat fun. It'll be something a little bit different, and it'll be good vibes as well. Someone's just got married. They're going to be happy. They're going to be throwing confetti. They're going to be dancing around. And I do like being a positive vibes. I hate being around like people that are always down in the dumps, and people that are always constantly on Facebook about. I mean, I know some people can't genuinely help being down, but I'm just for me, I'm trying to pursue that positive image. I wrote reggae about positivity because I believe in positivity, and I want to be positive. I don't want to live a life where every day things are stressing me out, and although they do, I like to try and look to like the good terms of things, and find the positive in the negative, and not see the negative as such a bad negative, because sometimes you can, the little things can happen, and they can stress you out that much that you turn it into this real big negative thing that doesn't even need to be that big. So it'll be a good little positive vibe. Like I said, they've just got married, they're going to be happy. They're going to be throwing confetti around and having a good dance before they sneak off, essentially, for a fuck in the bedroom. As rude as it sounds, that's probably essentially what's going to happen, and then they'll go on a honeymoon or something. But yeah, it'll be a fun, good vibe, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we jump to July for the next new booking. Yeah, another new booking. We've got a few coming in, trust me. So what I was going to say is, July. So July is, I kind of don't want to announce it yet on YouTube, but I have sort of announced it on Facebook. So there's a booking. There's an event that has just been announced on Facebook, and they put like a pre-flyer up. And cut the story short, I got tagged in the post, and someone tagged me and said, if your lineup's not complete, get Ash Noble. So I replied to the comment, and I said, I'd be up for playing a set, if your lineup's not full and you want to book me, come in my inbox and let's discuss, kind of thing. I'm just saying, I'm free on that day. I'm open. I'll play a set. And then the guy running the event told me to PM him. So I did, and we had a little bit of a discussion in Messenger today. So this was another booking that came in today, and we cleared a few little just a few little issues up, nothing major. It was just because it itself, it's quite far from here. Actually, it's not a local gig, let's say. So it's just like, you're from Hull, aren't you? You're quite far, or it's quite far for you, innit? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Hull, but so we kept discussing, and then in the end, I got the booking. And like I say, I did sort of announce it on Facebook, because other people that I know that had got booked for this, they were sharing the pre-flyer, and they was announcing that they was playing. So I thought I'll do the same on Facebook. But it's a big booking for me, and it's a big booking for one reason, and one reason is it's one of these bookings that actually ticks something off of my bucket list. As a DJ, you've always got like bucket lists of there's maybe like a certain event that you wish that you wish one day you'll play for, or maybe there's like a certain headliner DJ, and one day your sort of like dream and goal, if you like, is to be on the same lineup as that DJ, to be on the same flyer, whether you're in a main room or whether you're in a room too, just to be gigging at the same event that this guy's playing at, or this girl, or this DJ, and that's the case for me. There's someone on the lineup that that has been I've been a big fan of theirs for years, a very, very long time now, and I've followed a lot of their musical journey, and seen progress into what they're doing now, and see that they're absolutely smashing it, and it's always been a little sort of like dream of mine, like to get to be on the same lineup as this person, because it's just something that To me, I've always wanted to do it because I've always liked this DJ. I've always followed this DJ for years, and it's always been one of my favorite DJs as this DJ. So it's one of those where, like, to get the booking was a buzz in itself. And to be fair, I'd seen other people share the pre-flyer. I was just excited, so I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to share it as well, just out of excitement. But there is going to be a proper flyer coming out, and it'll be absolutely fandabidozy. So I'm really buzzed about that one. And finally, last but not least, the last booking of the evening was a booking that I actually got yesterday, and this one is in August. So I'm getting quite a few bookings for later on in the year, which is quite nice, some things to look forward to. And I'm returning to Leicester. I am returning to Leicester, and I'm not sure what club it is. I don't know if it's like boxed or cubed, or if it's somewhere completely different in Leicester. But I'm returning to Leicester. I've not been to Leicester in over a year now, believe it or not. Well, in just under a year. I last went to Leicester and did a DNA Hardcore free party, which was the last DNA that I did. DNA sadly announced its final event on the 10th birthday, and I didn't play that one due to fun travel issues. They wasn't willing to pay the transport. Pay my travel essentially, and I'd supported them for quite a while, and I'd played quite a few gigs for nothing, just because for one I was getting my name out there, and for two, I just they were like my friends that were running the event as well, so it was like going and seeing them. So but then I thought, it's getting to the point, it is costing quite a bit, so I did ask for something, but sadly they said they weren't in a position to do it. So sadly it was goodbye DNA for me, sadly. So yeah, I'll be returning to Leicester, and I'm playing a bounce set, B2B, and I'm also MCing as well, and there'll be more information to follow on that one. There will be a flyer coming out soon. I have been added into a group chat, and I do know that these people that book run events, they don't waste time getting a flyer out there. So I would imagine in like the next week or so, next week, 2 weeks at the most, that there will probably be some form of flyer out there that we'll be able to share and post, and I'll just make the official gig announcement itself. So we've got a few. Well, as a matter of fact, we've got 8 bookings this year already, which is crazy. 8 gigs already this year. Absolutely mind-blowing. The 8 promoters have booked me already this year. Well, I say 7 promoters. I mean, one's a private wedding, so I guess you can't really call them a promoter. They just need a DJ for a wedding. But yeah, so 7 promoters. I mean, Sopranos in Amsterdam. That was I got that booking last year, but that it's still for this year. Do you know what I mean? So 7 promoters have obviously wanted to book me for something, which I'm truly honoured by. To think that already I've got seven bookings and a private wedding. So I thank everybody that supports me. Honestly, it's crazy. You always have that sort of, like, after Christmas you go into a new year, like, what if things kind of slow down, what if things kind of stop, and that sort of January is always that kind of like not really much happening. I mean, I've got 1 booking in January, I've got nothing for February, so it gets a little bit slow. But then the first week or so of January was kind of like a little bit slow, and then it's like they're just starting to come in. So I'm truly grateful. I'm truly blessed for everybody that supports me. Honestly, it's a crazy time, and I just love it. Music, my music and my job is just, I love it. I love them so much. and they really are keeping me going. I just enjoy them so much that I don't know what I'd do without them. I could not pick now. Like, I've got used to my job. Now I've got right in there with the DJing, and I love it. It's my passion. I could not picture myself doing anything else. It's an absolute buzz to go to these events and go in a club and play the tunes I love and see the people loving the fact that I'm loving playing these tunes, and the fact that they're loving the tunes as well. It's just an absolute buzz in itself. And like I say, I thank every single person that has supported me. Even the day one supporters that don't support now. If it wasn't for you supporting back then, do you know what I mean? I still, in some sense, wouldn't be here now. So, even them people that now no longer support, do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I am going to cut this stream in a moment. I've had a very busy day. Well, not busy as such, but hectic. So, a lot of stuff's been happening. So, I was at work today, and I had a meeting with the head of council. And then I had some other work meetings as well today, and then I was at Gig Buddies tonight, and I was trying to sort some stuff out for that. I was taking some flyers down, because we moved office and moved building. We haven't got all the like printers sorted and stuff, and there's always something always goes wrong. There's always a snag. Something always goes wrong. My computer just essentially would not. It could not find the actual work printer, and it was just absolutely just not finding it. So in the end, I did manage to connect to a little black Epson printer, not the main printer, but I needed it for what I needed it for. It did the job. I also made a big mistake at work today. Massive mistake that luckily I didn't get in trouble for it, but I could have essentially got in trouble. And I suppose if I was a little bit more experienced in the job, and I'd been in the job a lot more longer than I have been, I suppose I would have been like bollocked for it. And essentially I went to work today, got to work, got logged onto the PC, all the rest of it. Me being me, just not even thinking, just thought, I'll take a picture and put it on Facebook. And, put a picture on Facebook, another day in the office. And me being the stupid me, took the picture, and there was my emails were open on the computer screen. The emails were open, and you can't, as like a law at work. I forget what it's called. It's like is it something like PD? It's something for personal data protection. And essentially, because there's like other people's emails on there, like people have sent me emails, and you can't put like pictures up of them online, because it's like it's posting people's personal data essentially. They've sent you and whoever else them emails for you and them whoever else to see them. Do you know what I mean? So me being me, I just didn't think, and I just put the picture up without thinking. And even someone commented and said PDF or whatever, PDG, PDF or whatever it's called, I forget. And it didn't even twig at the time. And then one of the other staff members actually came in and said, look, you need to take that picture down off of Facebook. And then obviously explained. I was like, oh yeah, and I said it's all right, mate. They said it's all right. You didn't. You still need to learn about that stuff yet a little bit more, and there was quite understanding, but there was like get it take, you need to take it down. So I like proper, I messed up. Do you know what I mean? Really did mess up, which is crazy and not good. Definitely not good. So yeah. But yeah, it's been one of them hectic days. Then I went to Gig Buddies tonight, and I ended up performing. I ended up doing a song, and it was a little something because Gig Buddies, they only know me through going to Gig Buddies. They know a little bit about me. Not told them too much. I do a bit of DJing. I work for Goodwin. That's really about it. And normally, like Gig Buddies, like people come up and they can do a song and they can do their own little performance. And they've asked me in the past, like, oh, do you want to come up? Is there a song you want to do? And I've gone like, nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. So they just didn't really know that I could really go up and do a song. And then today I was sort of thinking about it, and I thought, do you know what? I might just go up there and do a song and surprise them. So I got up. I said to the geezer, I said, look, I said, can you plug your phone in so it plays, the sound off the system. And they were like, oh yeah, it can, and I'm like, right, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a song. So I decided to do myself and Jiggerman's track Tunnel. Yeah, it just absolutely blew people away. And I decided to do it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. And it was reggae, they didn't expect it. Then I was rapping, which they didn't expect. And they were just, all in all, they were just like really impressed. So now at the next Gig Buddies, they want myself and the layman's going to come down, and we're going to do all of our tracks. So we're going to do like Good Life, we're going to do Tunnel, we're going to do the Knife track, we're going to do Feeling So Good, and it's going to be a shed load of fun. So I can't wait. It's going to be the first week in February that I'm aware of, or the second week in February. So the second Tuesday of February. So it's going to be good. Enjoyable. I'm looking forward to it, man. But yeah, there was shocked, but there was buzzed at the same time, so it was good. So anyway, that's going to do it for this stream. Make sure to like, comment, share. We'll see you next time. Peace out, people.